Hey Guitar Ninjas, in this video we're going to go over the minor pentatonic scale in its first position over all 6 strings. So to some people the thought of a scale is quite scary, it seems like it's daunting or maybe even boring theory-based stuff, but actually this is the foundation of improvising, writing solos and jamming along with others. So it's a great thing to have and we want to understand it in as much detail as we can. So the minor pentatonic, let's just break that down. Minor, meaning it's either sad or angry sounding. Pentatonic, pent being 5, tonic as in tones or notes. So we've got 5 different notes or sounds that sound fairly sad, and a scale is just a run of notes or intervals depending on how you look at them. The minor pentatonic can be played in many positions. All of those are the minor pentatonic, just in different keys. Now we're going to start here. This is a G note, so we're going to do the G minor pentatonic. Now the great thing about this is the first note on every string is going to be the 3rd fret. And then there's 2 notes per string, so we're going to have 3, then another number, then we're going to go down to the next string and play 3, and then another, and then down to the next string and play 3, and then another, and keep doing that until we run out of strings. So on our 6th string we're going to go 3 and then 6. Now if we stick to 1 finger per fret, that means our pointy, our index finger, and then our little finger. On our next string we're then going to come down and play 3 and 5. So again 1 finger per fret, that means we're going to use that 3rd finger. On the next string we're going to do the same, so we're going to start with 3 and then go up to 5. On the next string we're going to do the same, 3 and 5 again. Now we should be on our 2nd string, remembering we count upwards, so that's our B string. And here we're going to go 3 and 6 again. So like we did on the 6th string, we're going there on our 2nd. And then the 1st string is the same as the 2nd and 6th, so we're going to go up to 6th fret again. So that would be 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. And if we go backwards, we want to start with the highest pitch note on each string. So we're going to go 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. So we're about to go on to doing some exercises with this scale, so I would advise, if you're not comfortable with it yet, to go back over what we've just gone through and practice it until you're feeling comfortable with that shape, and you can visualize playing it without needing to look at the video or any tab. So we're now nice and comfortable with that first position over the 6 strings of the minor pentatonic scale. Now what we're going to do is a few exercises to help us really understand this scale a bit more and to challenge us when we're playing. These are just good as brain twisters, finger twisters, and getting the picking hand accurate. So the exercise we're going to do now is what I call the string skip. We're going to play the notes on the low E or the 6th string. We're then going to skip the 5th and play the notes on the 4th string. Then go back up to the string we skipped out and then go down 2. And then back to the string we skipped out, and down 2, and back to the string we skipped out, all the way down, and then we're going to do the same thing in reverse coming up. So this gives you this exercise. And then back. Have a go at that exercise. So once you've had a go to get that exercise down, the next exercise to have a go at is a run of 4 notes. Then we're going to start on the 2nd note of the scale and do a run of 4 notes. Then we're going to start on the 3rd note and do a run of 4 and continue that all the way down. So that will give you a run like this. Now I'm pausing there so you can hear clearly the groups of 4 notes that I'm playing. However, we would normally want to try and play this with all the notes being the same sort of length of time to keep it nice and smooth. So here is another run of that exercise. And then we have a run back up. Have a go with running up and down the scale, the string skip, and then the 4-note run. It's quite tricky, but the more comfortable you get with this, the easier it will be when we get onto the more advanced parts of improvising, jamming, writing solos, and just being able to follow what's happening when learning other people's lead. Things you can do to make these scales work even better for you is have a go running up and down them along with a metronome or a drum beat. Drum beats are a bit more interesting than a click track or metronome, but either way it'll really help with your timing, and if you slowly build up the speed, then you'll start to get yourself to that real challenge point. Always remember, you push yourself past the point that you can play, and that's where you'll learn the best. Push yourself until you're making mistakes, and then slow it down a little bit, and you'll find it a lot easier to progress than just staying within the comfort speed. Now when it comes to scales, I always try and think about the shapes and patterns on the neck instead of looking at it as tab. So instead of thinking about it as 3, 6, 3, 5, I try and visualize all of the notes at once on the neck so I can picture that scale, because when we're writing our lead or improvising, we're not necessarily going to start on that root note every time. We might come in straight in the middle and start to jam there. So along with this video is some tab that you can follow, so the main exercises. Now like I said, I prefer not to look at scales as tab, but more as diagrams, pictures of all the notes on the neck. But the tab is there to help you out, so it'll either be in the link below or next to this video somewhere. So there you have it. After a small amount of practice, you probably feel like a master of this first position of the minor pentatonic scale.